Hello everyone, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City preview. This time we're going to be previewing the Manchester City away match against Norwich City. Of course, September 14th, just after the international break. Of course, we've now got 3 or 4 weeks now of clear fixtures. City playing every 3 or 4 days. Schedule's going to get tougher, expecting some rotation. Not probably for this game, but future games going into these busy September schedule for Manchester City into the beginning of October. So before we crack on with this preview, make sure, like always, if you're interested, make sure you press that red button, subscribe, press the bell, put your push notifications on. We're somewhere around 130 subscribers or something like that away from hitting my target of 5,000 subscribers. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. If you want to go and follow me on my social media, my Twitter and Instagram, you can find links to them in description below and popping up on screen too if you want to go and follow me on there. Make sure also you leave your thoughts in the comments below, and also make sure you leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So we're going to crack on with this video. Of course, Carrow Road, Premier League match day 5, Manchester City, another away match. Difficult game this, 5:30 PM kickoff as well. It's a difficult game, always a little bit unpredictable when we come off the international break. We don't know where players are at, how long it's going to take for the players to settle and get back into the routine, of course, of club football after playing for a few weeks. So expect it to not be a classic. It might take City a few, Man City that is, might take them maybe a half or so to get things going properly. With Norwich City, I'm sure they'll have some players out on international duty too, so they'll probably feel the effects of it too, maybe first 10-15 minutes too. So we'll have a look at first our oppositions. We'll look at Norwich City first. Danger Man has to be their striker, comes in the form of Teemu Pukki, or Pukki, I think it's Pukki, that's how you say his name. He's a really decent player, decent striker, decent forward, decent finisher too, Danger Man. Fresh from promotion, had a good season with Norwich in the Championship last season too, and Pukki was one of their standout players. Again, he's going into the Premier League, and I know a lot of people have got Pukki in their fantasy football, so need I say more. He's a very good striker who, if City end up giving him an eye for goal and an opportunity to score, he is more than capable of putting it away. So City really do need to try and find a way of keeping him quiet. Keep him quiet, it might keep Norwich quiet, and obviously the goals, and it always makes us our job a slight bit easier. Of course, with City it's going to be difficult doing that, of course, without our best central defender in Aymeric Laporte playing, so it's going to be a difficult game, this one. Having a look at other players for Norwich as well, they've got Tim Krul, decent goalkeeper in net too. I'm not too sure if we're going to see Patrick Roberts. Of course, we did sell him in the summer to Norwich City. I don't know, he didn't feature in their last game. I don't know if he's injured or whether he's just out of favour or not. I do not know. But other players, Max Aarons, he's a good player too. A good team, Norwich, good solid team. I think they'll be in and around trying to stay up in the Premier League. I don't probably think they'll be finishing any higher than 14th, 15th in the Premier League, but they are more than capable of getting there, particularly if they can string some results together. Of course, it's a free hit this for Norwich. They're not expecting anything from this game. They won't be expecting anything in the return match at the Etihad either. What I like to call bonus points for teams, and it is literally bonus points, and Norwich season won't be defined from playing Manchester City. It will be defined from playing the teams around them, and it's how they get on there with them. Now, of course, looking at the current form for Norwich, not winning 3 games in all competitions. They're out of the League Cup. I don't know what the stance is of Norwich fans, but I'm sure I'd like to see more Premier League teams taking the League Cup serious. It's a good opportunity to try and get far in the cup and get a good cup run and get some momentum from it, and a possible trophy at the end of it too. Obviously Norwich going out, that's how it is. Lost in their last game against West Ham 2, away from home, lost 2-0. To be fair, they've only won 1 game this season, sitting 19th in the Premier League. They've got the Champions visit and they're going to up the game. It's going to be a difficult game this for City, so I'm not taking it lightly. This is one of them games, proper banana skin is how I describe it. It's one of those that's just so typical City in it for us to drop points, but I'm trying not to be negative in this game, or any of the games really, because I know the quality that Man City's got, and I know that if we hit the ground running straight after international break, get everything flowing, it doesn't take us too long to get into our stride and into our rhythm, we're more than capable of turning up and performing and obviously winning the game. But we do need to play of an outstanding standard. The Premier League is an outstanding league. Every team's more than capable of beating us if we don't perform to the best of our ability. So only way we'll win this Premier League is playing to the best of our ability in what seems like probably going to be, you think, 95% of games. So it's going to be a difficult game for us. And speaking of winning lots of games, it brings us on to Liverpool. They're going to be playing before us. Got a match at Anfield against Newcastle, so I highly doubt we're going to be getting any favours from Newcastle. I mean, I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong and they do end up dropping points, Liverpool, but I don't reckon that they will. So we're facing a situation where we could well be 5 points behind. Obviously City having the game in hand against Norwich, but it is going to be really difficult for us here, particularly if we're going to be under a little bit of pressure already after 5 games being potentially 5 points behind, having to play and needing a win, because we don't want to let Liverpool get too far ahead of us at this early stage. We want to be able to put them under pressure, that when the crunch games come, if Liverpool end up dropping 1 or 2 points here and there along the way, we need to make sure we're picking up the wins and overtaking them. Now, talking of City team news going into this game, of course I've already mentioned Aymeric Laporte. He won't be playing. We've got Leroy Sané again. He won't be playing. Them 2 long-term injuries. Gundogan's come home early from international duty. I've done this video before. Pep's done his press conference, so I'm not too sure where we'll lie with what problem Gundogan's got, but I was aware that it's just like an illness, so we might have him available for selection. Otamendi, of course, something's happened on international duty with him with Argentina. I don't know if it's an illness or an injury or something like that, but he hasn't featured for Argentina, and if that's the case and he is injured, then he may not be featuring for Man City. So not having Laporte and Otamendi makes things very difficult, particularly as we've not replaced Vincent Kompany. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that John Stones' recovery has gone well and that he is available for this game, because he is meant to be back for this game. So hopefully that's gone well. He gets the all clear to go and start for Manchester City in this game, because he'll be a much needed player coming back in for Manchester City. Of course, Benjamin Mendy's meant to be coming back at some point. Not too sure when he'll be back, but he's meant to be back at some point. You'd think in the next week or 2 he might be in contention, possibly for featuring on the bench. Other player that we're probably missing for City here is Gabriel Jesus. I'm not too sure again when he's meant to be back, but I think he's meant to be back within the next week or 2. It's difficult to be able to tell when players are going to be back. Recovery takes a process that each player is different, so some players recover quicker. You know, when people talk about Dr. Cougar and all that stuff and the things happen, it's just a player recovery. Some players recover from stuff quicker than others, so where we're at with that situation, I do not know. Now, going into the game itself, score prediction, I'm going to go for 3-0 Manchester City. I'm going to go for Raheem Sterling to score and a brace from Sergio Aguero. Fresh Sergio Aguero too. Looks in fine form, so does Raheem Sterling. 2 huge danger men there for Norwich to be able to deal with. It's not easy, you know, like we've got to deal with Pukki up front, and then they've got to find service to him and stuff. City are very good at finding service and getting things going, so it's not just the danger men coming in from Raheem Sterling and Aguero that can score goals and make things happen. I'm talking players in the middle, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, players like Rodri. Excellent players. These are players that the supply needs cutting off, and being able to do that is just a lot more difficult than what people make out, and that is something that City have vastly improved on under Pep Guardiola, and that is why we have hit record number of points, 198 points over 2 seasons. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now for you. This is my team I'm going for Norwich. I've gone for Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker right back, Zinchenko left. But like I said, might see Mendy, might see Cancelo, but we seem to be favouring going with Walker nice and fresh, not featuring on international duty. Get him into the team, as I say. I've gone for John Stones and Fernandinho starting at centre-back. I suspect, even if Otamendi's fit to play, we'll be seeing Fernandinho playing at centre-back. Whether it's Otamendi or Stones starting, I do not know. Like I said, I don't know the recovery. I don't know where they're at from the international duty, obviously. I don't think Fernandinho has been on international duty. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we're hoping to have these players, obviously crucial for Manchester City. Fernandinho did very well when he came on for the Brighton game, but it's a lot different when you're starting a game 90 minutes, it's 0-0, we're away from home, it's a different game, we're not, 2-3-0 up. So yeah, we'll see how Fernandinho gets on. We'll have to be judged at centre-back. Is he capable? Possibly. Rodri, I've gone for defensive midfield. I've seen some people talking about Rodri possibly playing centre-back. I don't think he'll be playing centre-back, but you imagine to be a contender, tall, physical lad. Sounds like a good centre-back to me, good passer of the ball, everything you'd be looking for. It is a possibility. I'm not sure he's ever played centre-back. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but might Pep do that? I don't know. Honestly, Pep's unpredictable. I've gone for De Bruyne and David Silva, pretty self-explanatory. Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling and Sergio Aguero. That to me is Man City's strongest team that we can go with so far with the players available. Unless we have Otamendi in. Would you go for Otamendi and Stones? Would you go for Otamendi and Fernandinho? Love to know your thoughts in the comments below. So there we go. That has been my team and score prediction. Let me know your team and score prediction in the comments below. That has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this preview and this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Go and check out my social media links if you so wish. Twitter and Instagram in description below and popping up on screen. I'll keep you up to date with everything happening with Manchester City news, football news, and also any news with JSGC, so go and check them out if you so wish. I'll see you all again for the analysis, which will be up at some point, probably on Sunday morning, so not after the game, but some point Sunday morning, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll see you all again for the next video. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. So it's been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.